We're back! It's episode 8 of the weekly podcast that we're calling the last video game podcast because it's the last one.
It's always on time, never late. The last video game podcast. I'm Streamo, your host. I'm joined by Farmstink. And this week we have the wonderful guest of Bubbles.
Hi.
A stunning introduction, as always.
What do you want me to say?
Tell us a little about
Welcome
yourself.
to
Who
the
are
last
you? What
video
kind of
game
video games do you play?
podcast. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, gamers.
Have you listened to any of the other episodes yet?
No.
Alright. So you sort of, it's a very serious show. We like to talk about not just the video games themselves, but more of a deep dive into the culture of video gaming in general.
Of the video?
Yeah, so we like to talk about politics on this show.
No, we don't. That's the whole thing. Hold on. Rewind. Look, we'll fix this in post. Don't worry, Bubbles.
Yeah,
we're normally a lot more organized than this.
Okay.
Yeah, because video games aren't allowed to be
if we were going to
political.
talk about politics with Streamo in the room, I was going to leave.
Oh yeah, we don't.
We need not get into that. So, what kind of video games have you been playing recently? Anything good?
Bubbles.
I've been playing excellent games.
You've been playing Epilepsy. How's that?
No. Excellent games.
Excellent games.
I've been
Can you
playing
name
excellent
one?
Call of Duty.
Which Call of Duty?
Modern Warfare 2019.
Interesting. So that's the Call of Duty where they decided to give up with the whole new name bit, right? And they just named it one that it had already been named.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
like every video game series they reach this this apex basically, where after a certain point they're just like, fuck it, let's just reuse a name.
This Apex Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's what
not
I'm saying.
Call
Yeah.
of Duty?
Yeah, this is Apex Legends. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, this is kind of confusing. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that was a fun game, right? It had the Gillies in the Mist mission. Did you ever play that, Farm?
I played a lot of Call of Duty 4 back on my Xbox 360 in high school.
Did you hop on live?
Yeah, I was on live.
So
was
we actually
gaming.
have some recordings of Farm cursing somebody out on live that we're going to go to now.
You absolutely do. Yeah, I guess we can talk about Call of Duty. I mean, I'm happy to talk about Call of Duty 4. That's, I guess, sort of where I started first, being online and shit posting was the Call of Duty 4 GameFAQs forums.
Oh, man, you were a GameFAQs poster?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. Played a lot of Call of Duty 4. Bubbles, did you ever play Call of Duty 4?
Of course.
Yeah. Were you like an M16 guy?
Why would I be the M16 guy?
I don't know.
What do you think
You
of
always
me?
pick the easy option in video games. So
No,
I
he
was
definitely would
curious.
use the
Are you
SMG
serious?
that's OP in that game.
The
The
MP5?
SMG?
Did you use the MP5?
No.
What about the AK-47?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, see, you're just a hipster dude, but you still pick the second strongest gun.
See, I was going to say MP40, but I think that's a World at War gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's World at War.
Yeah, I really hopped on the Call of Duty train on Modern Warfare 2, because before that, my parents wouldn't let me buy games that were rated M. But then they saw the scene in Modern Warfare 2 when you do a shooting at the airport, and they were like,
Right.
that must
Yep.
be fine.
Yeah.
No, I
realized you're
bought it
finally
against their
grown up
wishes.
enough.
so.
As somebody who's played Modern Warfare 2 with my friend Streamo, I can assure you that he uses great loadouts such as suppressed ACR with heartbeat sensor.
I've never used an ACR in my entire life, other than
He also uses
period of time
Akimbo
that he used
G18 and Akimbo 1887s.
that's true. Those are cool and fun. Akimbo, come on, Akimbo Glocks. You just run around.
Did you guys play the Akimbo 1887s before they patched them?
No.
Okay. God, I'm gonna date myself.
I'm so jealous. I got it too late for that.
Yeah, so they used to, if you had a Kimbo 1887s, they used to have the range of a normal gun, and they would just one-shot people from halfway across the map. It was insane.
Did you ever
Very
do the
fun.
care package glitch?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't remember what that one did, but I do remember doing it.
It was literally just if you held a care package while you ran, you went like three
you ran
times
fast.
faster. So you would
Yeah.
just do that and have commando and just destroy people.
Yep, I did that. I did the javelin glitch was fun, where like if someone killed you after you activated the javelin glitch, you would explode as if you had a javelin explode on top of you. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
So are there any
Those
fun
were fun
glitches
games.
in Modern Warfare 2019?
No, not really. Well, there's glitches, but they're not fun. That is definitely how I would describe it.
Would you say the game's fun?
Not really.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, it's like fun in like the most tenuous definition.
yeah, it's like you I guess you point at people and then you hold down the button and like you get experience points, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like curious. I was Call of Duty curious. And I bought Modern Warfare 2019, I think in 2019.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I played. So the single player was alright. Like it wasn't bad. I like that one mission where you had to clear out like a house floor by floor. That was cool.
It was cool. I think it was like they put that scene, so they were like, "This is a really gripping and emotional scene."
It's
And
not.
yeah, it's really not. But I mean, it's like to show you like that war is like, you know, it's actually like a big freaking deal. But I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get political here, making statements
yeah.
like war is a big deal or something. I mean,
yeah, we don't want to say war is heck. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
So here's the thing. This is for the record. Or is it, they say it's for the record, right? Not that it's like off the record.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
At the end of Modern Warfare 2, there's this like badass monologue about how it's just like, we have to hold Commander Shepard accountable. This is for the record.
yeah, it's
You guys
because
don't
he's an
remember that?
asshole.
He like, I did not understand that story at all, if I'm being honest.
It's because Shepard, like, I think he set up this like entire thing, like, so that he could look like a war hero.
It just involved like randomly killing his allies at one point.
Yeah, because he like his allies did all the work, but he wanted the notoriety for being a war hero. He's basically just like a terrible person. Like that's the whole thing.
I always thought that last mission was super sick when you would like crawl through and then you just like pull the throwing knife out of yourself and throw it at him.
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
I mean, they just ripped it from Call of Duty 4, right? Like, when you're on the bridge at the end, and you're like prone and you shoot those people.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I actually did never beat Call of Duty 4, I don't think.
I beat up to Black Ops, Call of Duty 4 up to Black Ops. I beat them all on Veteran on
Jesus
the Xbox
Christ.
360.
At least you're a 360 blaster. Why would you do it on veteran?
Yeah.
It's just, it becomes a, what's it called?
For the gamer score.
Oh god.
Mile High Club, kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie.
All like
But-
a veteran Call of Duty turns into is like people throwing nades at you from every single direction. You can't do anything about it.
No, that was just World at War, really.
Oh really? Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
just every COD game, really.
No, I think because after Modern Warfare 2, they stopped doing like infinite waves based on checkpoints, so they become a lot easier. But World
Didn't
at
they-
War was specifically bad about grenade spam.
I thought they brought that back for Black Ops and people were really pissed.
I don't think so. I don't think they did. Because I remember Black Ops being very easy. Modern Warfare 2 was pretty easy too, actually, now I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I mean, I think they're all pretty easy.
The thing that like made me stop playing Call of Duty games is that I just kind of realized that they're all the same game and none of them are particularly good.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, why am I playing this game?
yeah, it's tough to find a reason to play those outside of like, I'm going to hang out with my friends and brainlessly shoot people in Call of Duty. I think that's what they're made for, and I think that, I mean, in that context, they do a pretty good job.
That is pretty fun. It also feels pretty good to like wreck some noob, do like a
Yeah,
stupid 360.
I just enjoy the
quickscope.
game, guys. I don't know. I just enjoy it.
But why? It makes no sense.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
I just
Yeah.
get so angry when I play.
I don't know. I don't get angry at video games. Bubbles, are you a rager?
Ooh, sometimes.
Sometimes you rage at Call of Duty.
Never.
Never. Not once. Not once have you gotten.
Oh,
mad
well,
at
I mean,
it.
like, not literally never, but like,
Yeah.
like when I was younger, like I would get upset and I would be like, "This game sucks."
Well, I mean,
But
you were
these-
just right. That's not being upset.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was just right. But
I
these
used to
days,
sort of get angry, but it occurs to me now that I was playing on Wi-Fi and I was really far away from
Yeah.
the source.
oh,
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I remember that too.
yeah, that's no bueno.
Mr. 3-bar connection. We all knew a guy.
Oh, I wish it was 3
Every
bar.
game. Oh, jeez.
I mean, at least it's not like the Brazilian ping, like 1 bar connections, and they would always miraculously be the host every time.
Yeah, I used to play with a guy from like Puerto Rico, and it was just constant 2 bars. It was awful for him, but we made do.
You know, on the topic of raging, I have There's like been a couple incidents in my life where I have raged so ridiculously hard that I've broke valuable property.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And by valuable property, I mean like a $10 mouse. But I do want to talk about this. I was playing Serious Sam 3. It's a first-person shooter game, as you guys know.
Oh,
I'm
damn
familiar.
it. Okay, I was going to
familiar
get
with
confused
Serious
with Pajama Sam, but continue.
Yeah, you know, just in case. Like, I really have to dumb it down for you guys. Anyway, there was this really annoying boss. This, like, giant man-boob guy. And, like, you would just fire rockets from, like, the center. He was basically, like, a lame guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, I spent, like, a total of, like, 5 days trying to beat this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I almost beat him. And, of course, like, he fires a rocket directly into, like, my eye socket. And I lose. And I think at that point, I lift my mouse up. And I slam it super hard on the table over and over again. I swear, dude, I think I nearly, nearly broke my, wrist. Like, it was so
dang.
bad.
That's really intense.
I don't know why I raged that hard over a stupid fucking game, but I did.
So I guess like if the question is like, if you got shot in the face with a rocket, would you survive? You would say no.
No, I would be able to survive. Not in game. I wouldn't be
Not
able
in
to
the video
survive.
game,
But
but in real life.
in real life, if like somebody came up to me and shot me in the face with like an RPG, I would
You
in
would
fact,
survive.
I would like, dude, my mandible is so strong.
It seems to me like you would probably get hit by the rocket. I'm not saying the rocket would kill you. I'm just saying after the rocket, you'd be so angry you might,
Well,
like
dude, no
smash
shit. If he's gonna shoot me with the rocket, it's gonna hit me.
I'm just saying, like, would you survive if somebody shot you in the face with a rocket? I'm just saying maybe not, because you'd be so angry afterwards. Who knows what would happen? That's all I'm saying.
Well, how would me being angry change the survival odds? Like, what's going on?
You get like a heart attack and die.
Is my skull like changing into a lesser material?
You just rage so hard your skull pops. I think that's happened before.
Yeah.
What?
We don't really need to get like too into phrenology here.
That's not.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. On the topic of this, is anybody?
The topic of phrenology.
Yeah, like, well, no, more so like, has anybody ever raged so hard their skull literally popped off of their head, like their skull came off?
Isn't that what happened to Low Tier God? I don't really follow the FGC.
I think his brain flew off, not his skull. It's
I
different.
hope he didn't do anything really awful, because I.
No, he really
Probably
didn't.
has.
He really didn't. He's just a rager.
He's like a rager and he's a complete asshole, but I don't think he's ever like. Anyways, besides the point.
Well, there's that guy in Metal Gear Solid 5, right? Skullface.
Yes.
And what happened? I mean, I remember he. Spoilers. I think he died at some point. Was it because he got really mad? I don't remember.
No,
Well,
he got,
who was
didn't
he
get
mad at?
crushed by Sahelanthropus.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually don't even remember what his story was, honestly.
He wasn't important at all, really. It's kind of weird. It's a weird game.
There's this. I think there's the idea that he was the reason why. What's his name? Naked Snake was able to do Metal Gear Solid 3. Like that, he went through and covered up all his tracks and shit like that.
I never pieced it together.
Yeah, weird game.
Fellas, did
though.
you ever play the Metal Gear Solid game?
I played 3.
Which
Only
one?
three?
On
Yeah, only
which
3.
console?
Dude, like PS2?
Very nice. All right. Do you know if you played the shit? There's like 2 versions of it. I don't remember their names.
Snake Eater?
No, like one of them is. They did this with Metal Gear Solid 2 as well, where the first version came out and it kind of had some issues, and then they released the next version and it kind of fixed a whole lot of stuff. I think in particular in Metal Gear Solid 3, it was that it didn't have the free camera. It had like the classic Metal Gear Solid camera that really made a lot of the open areas unbearable.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's that first jungle area where if you can't see anything, it's just impossible. How did you like Metal Gear Solid 3, Bubbles?
I thought it was amazing. I did play the fixed camera version.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
King.
Oh.
But it's really good. I mean, like, when I was, like, a stupid kid playing it, I didn't really understand it all that much. It was like Kojima's story, you know?
Right.
I mean, not even, like, the most intelligent scholars on the planet will understand his stories, but I think looking back now...
Not wrong.
The story's actually pretty sad when I, like, look back on it and I understand it more. I'm like, wow. Like, I really feel bad for Snake in the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it's kind of a twist on the, like, kind of classic James Bond Soviet, you know, like, spy thriller thing. But it's pretty sad with, like, the life of Boss and Big Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the titles were, it came out first as Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and then a year later they released Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. So I played Subsistence, the HD edition, and 3DS, but I've not played Snake Eater.
That came out on 3DS?
It sure did. The first Metal Gear Solid game I played, actually, was Metal Gear Solid 3DS.
That's crazy. Did they port like 2 or 1 onto 3DS?
No, only 3. I think it's because it was Metal Gear Solid 3DS.
3D.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
You want to know something more insane? Bubbles, I'm sure you're familiar with the section when Snake loses his eye, so he has to have a blindfold on. After that section, the 3D effect is disabled because Snake loses depth perception.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's very Metal Gear.
It's so good.
It was Revolver Ocelot that, like, shoots your eye out, right?
I think so.
Sounds like something he would do.
I think it's like you are pushing someone else out of the way, right? This is so bad. I should know this as a Metal Gear Solid fan.
I mean, I should know this too, but it's been, like, forever.
Yeah. There's just so many things that happen in that game.
I just don't know. I just remember, like, Revolver Ocelot doing something stupid, and then Big Boss is like, in the end, they're like, oh, they're all buddy. Like, dude, what?
Yeah, it really does not make sense.
I don't get it.
How did you beat the end in your first playthrough?
Oh, dude, I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember Big Boss crying.
No, that's a boss. The end is the sniper.
Oh, boss. My bad.
Yeah, the old guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like 11 at the time.
Why don't you remember? I don't understand.
I
Wasn't
don't
that like 3 years ago
Did
for
you
you?
not
Or
bring
you like
notes?
12 years old?
Wow, okay. Yeah,
Am I wrong?
well, kind of. Just a little bit. You're a little off.
Yeah. My bad.
Well, no, but so there's like several ways to beat it. I mean, that's kind of the cliche thing to talk about in Metal Gear Solid 3 is just the boss fights are all really good.
Very good.
All right, fine, damn.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't have to go into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people... Hey, if you're listening to the last video game podcast, I am 100% sure you know about the end in Metal Gear Solid 3. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So, should we go on to something else?
I mean, so I still feel like we haven't really
it.
drilled down into the details on Modern Warfare 2019.
Okay.
What's like the OP gun in multiplayer? Or have you not been doing multi?
Right now, it's the AS Val.
That sounds like an LMG.
No, it's an assault rifle.
Okay.
It always is.
And it's like stupid. It's broken.
It's sometimes an SMG.
Are there like I feel like there were approximately 17 billion guns when I stopped playing after a month after the game came out. And my understanding is they kept adding more.
Yes.
So how many? Do you know how many in total there are?
There's like 60.
That's so many.
It's really not that many.
No, dude. There.
Well, so how many
Okay.
guns were there
really
in
not
like
that
Black Ops?
There couldn't have been more than like 40.
In Black Ops, there was like 30, 40. I want to say.
Okay, so
seems
yeah,
right.
like almost double that is a pretty significant increase.
Dude, in the shit they do in the new games, it's like every single gun has like 13 billion different attachments you can have on it too, and it's just like, it's so insane.
See, I hate that shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what-
care about any of the attachments except for when it's like if you put the silencer on, the bullets actually travel faster, and like the red dot sight makes the bullets do more damage or whatever. Like that stuff is cool.
Yeah, I want the glitchy bullshit. I
Yeah.
don't want the.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think attachments like, especially in the recent Call of Duty games, not Cold War, because they kind of like if you're like into guns, you'll know that like it's really inaccurate. But like the ones in Modern Warfare 2019, it's super cool from like a manufacturing standpoint or like an engineering standpoint.
They're
If
just
you're into that.
hyper accurately modeled and like animated.
Well, not necessarily. It's just, I mean, like they're definitely well animated and modeled, but it's just like most games they don't like. Games are just like, and their portrayal of like small arms are just like really inaccurate, and it's like good to see that like Call of Duty, which was like in the past one of the worst perpetrators of this, they're finally becoming more and more like accurate with like how these weapons actually work. I mean, they're still pretty far off, but they're
You ever
very
see
close.
that GIF of I think it's from Half-Life Blue Shift or maybe a deathmatch of like loading the shotgun and he just drops shells down the barrel?
Yeah. The Valve is also not good at this.
That rules.
They've never have been.
It's not how you do it. You're supposed to like point it at yourself, right, and then just like put the bullets down the barrel. I think that's
Yeah.
how shotguns work.
Oh man, okay,
It's like
I
a
can't
musket.
find it on a quick Google, so
Yeah.
who knows? But I hope that you guys have seen it.
So when I played Modern Warfare 2019, I played multiplayer for probably like 10 hours, and I started like unlocking a bunch of stuff for the guns. And then I had like this compulsion that I needed to unlock everything for each gun, and then I realized that like wasn't really healthy, so I uninstalled the game.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you solved your addiction problems early.
Yeah.
I mean, but isn't that like kind of the point?
Yeah, I think that is the point of the multiplayer. I mean, that's the system that keeps you going, right? It's the progression of unlock. It's like Pokemon, except with guns. I think.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot like Pokemon.
I always thought the idea of prestiging was like insane because
No, that was sick.
you would
That was
just
just a flex.
yeah, it was
Just
just
a
a
prestige
flex.
space.
Yeah.
But it's just
I
like
don't
the amount
think
of
I would
time you
prestige in the
spend.
new games though.
They
Because I
don't.
feel like-
They don't have prestige in
Oh,
the
they
new
don't?
games.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Yeah, because I feel like there's not really a need to, just because there's so much shit to unlock. Like that's why you would do it in the old games, because it's like the progression, like unlocking stuff was fun. So you just like restart and do it again. But
Right.
there's so much shit to unlock. It's
But
like,
the stupid thing about that is the point of unlocking things is so that you can get access to them. So, like, voluntarily just locking them away again is really
well, it
dumb.
restricts you. Restrictions can be fun.
Sure.
Yeah, because
I mean, I did prestige several times because I'm
Yeah.
a gamer and I'm good.
Yeah. So like in Call of Duty 4, you're forced to use the pump shotgun instead of the M1014.
Are you? Couldn't you just use other guns and then you?
You could, yeah, but if you're like a little bitch and you don't use the shotguns.
Shotguns suck. What do you mean? They're so unfun
Yeah,
to play
because you're a
against.
little
Dude,
bitch.
Streamo's just complaining. Dude's just bitching because he wants to use his silencer ACR setup. Like
It's
he
just
always
not
does
fun.
in
It's
every
not
game.
fun. Yeah, he's just like sitting in a corner waiting for someone to run past with his silence heartbeat sensor.
What a
I'm-
loser!
It's
I'm
just
hanging
not
out
fun
on
using
Verrucht
shotguns, you
in-
guys.
In World at War, and somebody like I'm just sitting there with my silenced ACR heartbeat sensor.
Just waiting for someone to run around the corner. God, I could never camp in those games. Like, yeah,
Did you
I was
ever get a
definitely a
nuke?
W holder. Yes, I think I did.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did you ever get a nuke?
Yes.
I think I did, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty cheesy.
Here's the thing
Really?
here's the thing about nukes, guys. These like crazy mentally ill YouTubers, they get nukes every 3 seconds because they're like crazy. And I thought that was like the norm. And like, you know how like there was always that like one kid in school who was like, yeah man, I dropped a Moab.
I never heard that.
I did.
Well, I have in like high school, and they were talking about Call of Duty. They're like, "Yeah, dude, I hit the Moab yesterday," and I'm like, "No, you didn't, dude. Nobody can hit the Moab. This shit's so hard.
Moab
Wait,
wasn't even
what's the
hard. It was
Moab?
like
It's just a
11
tac nuke, dude. It's just tac nuke in
Oh,
Modern
okay.
Warfare 3."
Oh, see, I was out of high school when Modern Warfare 3 came out.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering this. Like, are Call of Duty kids still a thing in high school? Because that was definitely a thing when I was.
They
in high
have
school.
to be.
Yeah, they were, dude.
I mean, it sells so much, and I feel like none of the adults I talk to buy Call of Duty, so it has to still be popular among high schoolers.
It's more popular amongst like the junior high. I've noticed.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
it
when I
makes sense.
started. Was,
Because by the time like people go to high school, they're playing other games like Counter Strike and stuff like that.
I was not cool enough to play Counter Strike in high school. Counter Strike is way too hard for me.
I used to play like a shit ton of Counter Strike, but I don't like the game. So
I don't like dying and having to wait to play again.
yeah, I mean that there's like a lot of problems with it, but like that's like the biggest problem for me. It's just
I
like
think that can be a lot of fun. A lot of my favorite times of playing Modern Warfare 2 were doing Search and Destroy.
Couldn't take S&D. I couldn't take it, dude. I didn't have the patience.
I like
Well,
S&D.
I mean, that's why you just don't die. Like, that's
You
a
just,
skill.
like, well, I mean, yeah, you just like camp the whole time, wait for someone to run into you. I don't know. I never enjoyed it.
I mean S&D is like really fun with like a group of friends, but it's never fun in pubs, dude. It is
Oh,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
and that's like the biggest. That's like why Counter Strike sucks ass. It's like you just have to like you have to endure it with like either like a group of friends who are always like a bunch of weirdos. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Or you have to just like go to pubs, which is like even worse. So it's like
I
pick your
can't
poison, dude.
imagine like voluntarily playing a team game in a public server like without a team for yourself. That just sounds so unfun and awful. And that sounds like what 90% of esports is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, League of Legends is big on like solo queuing. So you just queue in with 4 other strangers on your team and you have no voice communication. It's only text and
It's quite dreadful.
catastrophic.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Farmstink, I was aware recently that you have played a lot of League.
Oh no, I haven't played League of Legends in like 2 years, dude.
Speaking of League,
Okay, so
do
you played a
guys
lot of
ever
League.
hate it when
Oh yeah, I used to.
when they ban the AWP when you're jungling in mid and your skill shot gets champion banned.
You can just. What were you saying, Bubbles?
I just wanted to know that you played a lot of League.
Oh yeah, I mean in high school and like early, I guess throughout my whole college life, I played a shit ton of League.
All right, so I have a
Legends.
pretty big question.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you playing League?
Well, it's because like that's what all the boys were doing. So you just like round the boys up, play some League of Legends.
that's true.
It's like a hangout sesh. I liked the game. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean eventually I got pretty good at it, so that was rewarding too. But
What was your rank?
I made it to Diamond.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I was like pretty good at League of Legends.
So I think we can all agree that playing League of Legends is a sad and embarrassing thing. But
Yeah.
what I want
I
to
regret
know
it.
is I know someone who I did never see playing League of Legends, but I would almost always see watching someone else play League of Legends.
Yeah.
Which of those is more pathetic embarrassing, disgusting, just emblematic of a bad human being.
It depends on who they're watching play, really, because in my experience, a lot of League of Legends streamers are just like toxic, raging assholes. So if you're watching one of them, it's like not good. But yeah, like unfortunately, there's also like some decent human beings who get suckered into playing League of Legends, and like it becomes their like brand that they're a League of Legends streamer, so they can't really ever escape without losing their job. So if it's one of those people, I guess it's like maybe not a morally good thing, but it's somewhat excusable. But if you're just like watching a toxic raging asshole, then I mean that's maybe worse than playing the game.
Okay, but what's their stance on like league booby streamers?
I mean, whatever, dude. They're harmless.
I'm pro them.
I mean,
I'm definitely more pro them than League rage streamers.
Well, yeah, me too, but
yeah,
because that's way better for people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You stream whatever you want. I'm just not gonna watch it.
yeah, I mean, me too.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be allowed to stream bad games. Like, if somebody wants to play, I don't know, what's a bad game?
Dota.
Dota. Exactly. I think I can see no issue with banning Dota from Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's just like essentially just promoting gambling, right? If you're like streaming Dota or even League of Legends to an extent. I think that's what we really need to prevent kids from seeing is like encouraging them to pick up gambling.
I mean, you're obviously joking there, but that is kind of a legit like topic in the gaming community, right? Like advertising gambling to children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everyone's doing it.
It's just. I think they tried to make loot boxes less of a thing at one point, but it's just still happening.
Yeah.
I think they have to show the odds now. Bubbles, you play Call of Duty, you would know.
I mean, God basically dropped like any loot box. They just do like a guaranteed battle pass system and a store where you could just buy stuff. I think that's like way better than before.
Yeah.
Dude, like Black Ops 3 was like the most heinous example of this. Like, I swear to God, if you wanted to get one specific gun from Black Ops 3, you had to spend like on average upwards of like $1,000 to unlock a gun through Loot Crate.
That's
like,
so insane.
It's freaking it actually got to a point where I just hacked the game because I just was like, nice. I'm not paying for it. And I like, okay, no, I'm not like I don't go on multiplayer and like hack. I don't do that. But like, if it's to unlock shit that like is just content that should just be in the game for everybody, like I don't care. I'm just gonna like unlock it and like screw that, dude. I'm not paying $1,000. I could go to a real gun store and buy 2 guns for that price.
Right.
So it's like,
well, don't you feel bad that you're like stealing the developers' money?
Oh, that's true.
Well,
see, I don't want the starving indie devs to.
Yeah.
I don't want them to die.
Like Activision is out here starving, and you're just stealing digital objects from them.
I think that there
digital
should be
objects.
a certain subset of games, like maybe the possibility for it would be locked in a different kind of lobby, but like where you could go in and there's a chance you would run into a hacker. Because I think that's fun, honestly.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Oh no. How's this? Hello?
Better.
Okay. I was just saying, I think that you should be able to go into lobbies intentionally where there's a chance that a hacker could show up. Because it's kind of fun when that happens.
Well,
yeah, did you guys ever play PUBG?
No.
Alright. Bubbles?
Yeah, I played PUBG, yeah.
Did you ever play when there were like hackers in the game?
Yeah, of course.
See, now that wasn't fun. So
But I think because there are too many, right?
Frankly, I have no idea what Streamo's talking about, given that he's a hacking ACR Streamo piece of shit.
I just think it's really funny when you're like queuing into TDM with the guys and you just notice that someone on the other team is just getting a kill every 3 seconds with a throwing knife. And you're like, what's going on there?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like good conversation in the moment. Like, hey, that guy's hacking. And everyone else is like, fuck yeah, he is. Fuck that guy. And then you just leave after, I guess.
Oh, no. Sometimes it's not the case. You guys should play Phantom Forces on Roblox. No. Hear me out. You guys should play the beautiful game Phantom Forces on Roblox, because this is like a prime example where whatever the hell FarmStink is talking about is just utter bullshit. Here's the thing.
Yeah, tell us more about what FarmStink's talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what you were talking about? You were talking about how like everybody is like gets buddy when there's a hacker. That's not freaking true. Dude, some people defend these hackers.
What?
Okay, here's the thing.
Do they do it on Roblox?
Yeah, they do it on Roblox. Bro.
Okay, maybe this is a dumb thing to say. Farm, did you have something you wanted to say?
I wanted Bubbles to continue talking about Roblox.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Okay.
What is Roblox?
What is Robot?
It's like Minecraft,
Roblox.
kind of?
You're such a boomer.
Okay, so Roblox is like... Basically, it started as this like pseudo Lego thing. I mean, it was basically just a rip-off of Legos. But then it kind of just exploded and became its own like brand. And it's just like... It's just basically, it's like a gaming / social media site. It's like a mix. It's like a hybrid.
Interesting.
So, but the coolest thing about Roblox is that everybody on Roblox is sub 70 IQ. So what this means is that you get beautiful interactions with people every day. It's amazing.
Yeah, so it turns out Roblox is also actually a like publicly traded company, and they're worth $79 a share right now. So
yeah, they're doing well.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, I mean,
Farm, have you played
insane.
Roblox?
I have not played. I think I missed that calling, but I have watched Bubbles stream Roblox.
Okay.
Oh, the harassment streams.
Yeah,
Great.
It seems like so. When I watched you were in a school, and then I think I remember you just going up to all the female characters and saying "girl" or something like that.
Woman.
Yeah.
In all caps.
So is that just like what you do in Roblox?
I mean, that's just what I did in like that one subset. What I like to specifically do in Roblox is that there's like... Actually, that's a good question. What I specifically like doing though is that there's actually this VR game called VR Hands 2.6, where you're like this giant, massive man, and then you get to just slap the like little guys, and you get to like do whatever you want with them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, so like people will tell you, "Oh, please punch me, sir," and like you're like 3,000 times bigger, so you just slap them. It's pretty cool. You can pick them up. You can eat them.
On Oculus or Steam VR? What's the?
Is this a Roblox game?
It's a Roblox game, but here's the thing: you
But
need.
you said it's VR.
Well, yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, Roblox
is Roblox just Gary's mod for Zoomers?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
I never played Gary's mod.
Me neither, but I understand that. That's a comparison I can understand.
Yeah, I mean it's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
There definitely
play with,
that
like,
was
a lot of
also a
kids?
whole subset of kids who played Gary's mod.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I played like one game on it, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening, and then I uninstall it.
I played a roleplay server in Gary's mod where I was like a hobo for like a year, and then eventually there was like too many hobos because like the mayor of the roleplay place, he ran it so terribly that everybody was starting to become a hobo. So what we did is that we started throwing poop at the mayor's building.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Until one of us got jailed or banned from the server. It was pretty wonderful.
So in this server, the mayor was running it so poorly that there like wasn't enough employment. So you had to become a hobo?
No, it's not that I had to. It's that he wouldn't give any of us like job opportunities because he was like a nepotist person. Like we couldn't get jobs. I wanted to become like a gun dealer, but apparently I couldn't. So like, and like nobody was getting any jobs. It was just like this one dweeb. It was like his cousin, and he would just get the job. He would hog the gun job, and like nobody else was like. Everybody was losing their job for some reason. And, like, there was, like, 30 hobos, like, outside of the mayor's building. We were all throwing, like, the shit at his building to get his attention until he would, like, jail us or just, like, Like, he actually banned a couple people.
How does jail work?
All right, so in the roleplay server, there's like a little jail thing where if like you commit a crime or do something that they don't like, which could be anything, they will put you in like this jail, this prison room for like a certain amount of time. Now, I've been in jail because I like robbed a watermelon from somebody. So I was, yes, I was jailed for like 20 minutes, which is
You're the Jean Valjean of Gary's Mod.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
And because I was hungry, I had to rob the watermelon. I did it, and I don't
Right.
regret it. Even if I was like in jail for like 30 Gary's Mod years. After that, I wanted to open up my watermelon shop. Nobody was buying watermelons from me, so I just gave up. I just became a hobo. I mean, I was already a hobo, but I became like a hobo.
Right, full time.
Yeah. And then it got to a point where like there was like 50 hobos. Like we're like a conglomerate of like homeless people.
So, how, like,
And then we just started all throwing our vagabondage. Wait, what's
Right.
up?
What's the time span here? Like, over what stretch of time did all this stuff happen?
Oh, dude, it was like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought I was thinking like weeks.
No,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like real
Prices.
weeks. Well, maybe Gary's Mod weeks. But like,
Okay.
if I'm spending that much time in a roleplay server, I'd have problems. That's
Well-
all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well that makes because I was like picturing like you logging in every day and something like this goddamn admin won't create any jobs. We have people out here starving and nobody cares.
I don't know how
And
Gary's Mod
slowly
works.
like
I was
build
just
up this
picturing, like,
revolution.
he's like clicking on a barrel so that he can go over to warm his hands on it. You know, it's on fire. He's like right clicking on cans of beans and stuff.
No, that's not what I did.
Right.
What I would do is just I would do nothing. Literally just like walk down the street, type in chat, I need a job, open up like the job menu, try to apply, and like it would never work. Of course it would never work, because they're like the four people, like his cousin and his like his like sister or something. They would like all take the jobs.
So
There's
if
no
you
there's
ever
no
got the
cans of
job-
beans that you could right click, Streamo. That's what I'm saying. Like you're just lying.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I've never played Gary's Mod.
Streamo, you're lying.
Actually, I am. So I did play Gary's Mod once, and what happened was I didn't have Counter-Strike purchased or installed. So
Okay.
I tried playing like Trouble in Terrorist Town or one of those dumb games. I think I
That's a
saw
game.
CNanners playing it, and the issue was that because I didn't have Counter-Strike, I didn't have any of the textures. So like half of the walls just said missing texture on it, and I couldn't like do anything.
It was like a pink and black texture, like checkerboard, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Trouble in Terrorist Town. I want you guys and the listeners at home to keep this in mind. It's a really bad game mode. It's almost like the roleplay server I was talking about, except you're homeless, like less. It's like communism jobs.
Okay, can I say something? That roleplay server you were on sounded awesome.
It was probably the most interesting roleplay server ever. Because every other roleplay server is kind of lame. You get a job and like you're well off and like, no, it's kind of lame. I like the roleplay server where it's like absolutely corrupt.
You're just like fighting against a man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, especially when we all got together and started throwing shit at the mayor's building.
You all banded together to fight the oppressor.
Yeah, that rules. Like actually,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, until like we got disbanded, but yeah.
Right.
right.
Yeah, so like if you had gotten a job, like what does that look like? Like what do you do?
You just like give people guns and you like shoot people, just like in real life.
So is everyone an arms dealer? That doesn't sound very sustainable to me.
No, not everyone's an arms dealer. Some people like. Actually, that's a good question. Like the one, because here's the thing, this was like super far back. Not as far back as when I played Metal Gear Solid, but pretty far back. So, and the only job that I wanted was the gun vendor, because I wanted guns. I just wanted to shoot people.
Naturally.
I wanted an excuse. So,
We'll edit that out.
Yeah. So, like, I don't remember any other jobs. And as I said, I tried making my own makeshift job of just like being a watermelon vendor. Nobody bought it.
No one bought watermelons.
So like people just wanted to starve to death, I guess, just like me.
That's rough.
Right.
Or the economy was so bad that nobody could afford them. Like I don't know what the problem.
Yeah,
is.
that's sort of the point I'm trying to make. Is like if everyone is just buying guns, then like who's actually making anything that isn't guns? You know.
Well, it was me. I was making
It was
watermelons.
you. But it's a gun-based economy at that point. Like no one wants watermelons; they want guns so they can shoot you and take your watermelons.
That's dark.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Farm, do we have any listener mail this week?
Not really. So, Streamo, what games have you been playing?
Honestly, not too many. I started playing Bloodborne again, Dark Souls as well. Yeah, because the thing is that Bloodborne really runs really poorly. I don't know if I talked about this on the last episode or not.
Who cares? You know, we have maybe 15 to 20 minutes left to fill, so...
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
fair.
because of the PS quadruple is not powerful.
So what I've heard is that Bloodborne actually runs at a relatively stable 30 frames per second, but it
Yes.
has frame pacing issues, so it doesn't
Yes.
What?
display the frame at the right time.
Yes.
So there's, like, lag?
Sort of, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Like what it
Huh.
means, like when there's frame pacing issues, okay. So if a display is refreshing every time at 16 milliseconds, let's say the game's running at 30 frames per second. And a 30 frame per second millisecond window is like 36 milliseconds or something. So it would have to, if it wants to remain consistent, the frame time would have to update at like 36.67 milliseconds every time. So basically, like it would just have to like remain consistent. It would have to, for the monitor, it would have to come at every other frame for the monitor because it's at 60. But sometimes it just doesn't do that. Sometimes it like stops for a little, so it skips like 2 frames until it displays the next one, and then it becomes like it looks like
What?
like 15 frames per second for a second.
Yeah.
These are, like, tearing, too, I bet?
Yes, they're staring.
Yeah. God,
It's
that
really
sounds-
dumb and bad. And so the thing is, I was like, I was playing Bloodborne, which is, it's a fun enough game. It's interesting. Although I don't like the gun part. It's very stupid that you do the gun to parry. But I was playing it, and it was running really poorly, and I got a little annoyed, and I was like, I could literally play Dark Souls on Nintendo Switch right now at a better quality than this. And I did, and it was fun. I managed to kill the... I guess it doesn't matter if I spoil Dark Souls, right? Like, I killed
No,
4
it's
kings.
it's been 10 years. You can talk about Dark Souls.
I killed 4 kings prior to placing the Lord Vessel, so I got Darkseeker Kath to show up.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just fun, yeah. And then I'm also using the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, so I'm trying to do like an int build that uses weapons
You
still.
would.
Dude,
yeah.
it rocks.
Spells are so busted in Dark Souls. It's
Well, I'm
insane.
using a weapon, not spells.
But the option's there for you.
I am also
You have
using
high
spells
end.
heavily, yes.
Yeah,
But
see?
only
need
because I
to
don't
use
have
those.
the Moonlight Greatsword. Once I get the Moonlight Greatsword, I'll just use that.
Yeah, so I have a PS5, and I guess I'm just, like, waiting for them to fix Bloodborne before I get it.
I don't have a PS5. If I were to buy a PS quintuple, would that be a good idea?
No.
No, why?
So
no,
as
it's
I
a
understand it, what the PS5 does, the big innovation of the PS5, is that it can run PS4 games.
Yeah.
So don't buy a PS4 because it can't run PS4.
But it does it with better graphics and better
That's true.
gameplay.
That's true.
And the PS5 does, yes.
Yeah. And you can play the Demon Souls remake on PS5, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Not a good game, I don't think, Demon Souls. I think it's fine, but it's not like... Listen, it's not Dark Souls 1.
I got
Well,
stuck
it looks
on
really
the
good.
spider boss on PS3, and then I think my PS3 broke recently. So,
The spider
yeah.
boss?
Yeah,
Armored Spider.
armor spider. Yeah.
I didn't really have any issues with any of the bosses in Demon Souls except for the Man-Eaters.
Did they fix Flame Lurker was supposed to be the really hard one, I think, right? Did they like fix it or something?
Lurker. Who's Flame Lurker? Oh, this guy? Yeah, I think he took me a couple tries, so he wasn't too hard. I mean, I'm sort of just like godlike at the Souls games. I don't know if I said it on the show before, but Sekiro, which isn't a Souls game, I beat the last boss on that in my second try, which a lot of people struggle with, so I don't know if I said that on here.
So, one thing that I noticed about Bloodborne is that there's actually, like, so, you know, in Souls games you have your dodge roll, but in Bloodborne, if you're locked on, you do something different.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting. It's like a different kind of movement option. Anyway, so I
like
figured
a
out,
dash?
like, it's like I think it's called a quick step or something. And it's kind of like, I think in Bleach, the Soul Reapers, oh man, I need a word for this.
So Bubbles, have you played any Dark Souls games?
I played Dark Souls 3 for like a grand total of 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I was stuck on the first boss because I'm terrible. And I was like, this game is not for me.
Wow.
I can't shoot the boss.
I haven't played Dark Souls 3, but it looks bad.
Dark Souls 3 is fine. I liked it.
I don't really like any Dark Souls sequels that aren't just Dark Souls, because they're not Dark Souls.
Well, have you played 3?
No, but I have
So
played.
you don't.
I
don't
played
know
both
if you
2
liked
and
it.
Scholar of the First Sin.
Right. Well, I mean, Dark Souls 2. We need not get into that without anti-prompt here, but 3 is.
Did we discuss that
is
on his
closer to
episode?
1.
I
think we
actually,
probably did.
I did sort of like 2, but I think you were supposed to play co-op through the whole way through, and I also the story makes no sense and is bad. But.
Yeah. I mean, 3 is closer to 1 than 2 is. It's not as good, but it's closer to it. It's very much like an echo of Dark Souls 1. It's the way I would describe it.
Would you say it is like poetry?
Yeah, it sort of rhymes.
Does it rhyme? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So speaking of things that are poetry, I actually have a review here. We could call it a backlog review of the week. I'm trying to get this fella on as a guest at some point, although maybe not. I'm going to look through his reviews and make sure there's not any like language that I find kind of questionable.
Well, you know, what does that mean? Because in all the DMs you've ever sent me about this show, it's just filled with slurs. So I don't really know.
So this is a review of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword
sorry, I wasn't
HD.
listening.
Okay. Which is
who's it by?
This is by the fella named Motong or Matong. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. Again, it's available on Backlogged. It's a great review. You know, Skyward Sword, just for people who don't know,
how much is it?
Bubbles, how much would you say this is?
How much is it?
Skyward Sword, how much is it?
Well, no, the review.
What do you mean?
How much is it?
It's free?
Oh, awesome. Is it like free to play?
So the review reads as follows. It's a 4.5-star review that claims to have completed the game. Nintendo released game for $7,000. No new thing,
dude,
you buy Amiibo. But suddenly
serious?
it is 4.0 best Zelda?
Come on, dude.
When people spit on it before,
okay.
Nintendo, I love
okay,
you.
Say,
I'll also love Skyward Sword. I give it a 4.5 because, like any Nintendo
okay, here's
fan,
the thing.
I'm a
Here's the
seasoned
thing.
critic, and I'm a bit saddened that there's no Super Smash Bros. Reference in the game.
Yeah, don't smear his name like that.
I think that gives you a lot to think about, and I'm considering.
I've used my mom's credit card many a time to purchase great memorabilia of my favorite character, Dr. Mario and Mario. As we all know,
you guys
I'm a big
own
connoisseur of the
Amiibos?
Doctor. So
yes,
I bought
actually.
I know
a Mario
does. He for
amiibo,
sure
but then my
does.
dog,
Hold the
his name is
phone.
Peso.
Well, I've never
He ate
purchased
Mario.
an amiibo.
He just ate him. He took his nose off. I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Do you know how much that costs to make? Some grandma in Japan made that. Like, come on, dude. And then and then so I had to buy another Mario figure. Yeah, of course I had to. And yeah, and then later down the line I bought a Dr. Mario one because, you know, I play Dr. Mario in Super Smash Brothers.
You know, they're hand knit.
Yeah.
You had
course.
to. Yeah. No, I'm agreeing. You had to.
Is it because you look down on the trades and you think that the only value is in a profession like medicine rather than plumbing? I own, at one point at least, I had a Samus amiibo, and I think I had a Kirby maybe, and a Mewtwo. I don't exactly know how I got them. At least one or two of them were presents from like my brother or something, but he ended up
Was
like
it the
taking
Samus
them.
one?
It was definitely the Samus one, yeah.
What type? Which version of Samus was it?
I want to say it was probably the one from the Smash. Like Smash
Was
Ultimate.
it? Was it?
You
Zero
don't
Suit
have the
Samus?
sexy
No.
Samus amiibo?
Okay.
It's just like Samus.
How can you call yourself a
That was-
gamer?
I was wondering if you had like the sexy Samus just sitting on your desk all day, and you just look at it.
No, I don't have that amiibo on my desk. So
Are you sure?
yes, I don't have a Samus amiibo on my desk. No, not the amiibo.
Do you have the mouse pad?
So anyway, I had something that I wanted to go into.
Do you guys think?
I sure do.
Do you guys
forget
think
what it was.
Mario would be like?
Oh yeah,
strong
in Dark Souls, there's an option. Dark Souls Switch, that is the Nintendo Switch version
Really?
of Dark Souls, which I've been playing at 480p recently. Has a amiibo option. I don't really know what it does. Yeah.
Maybe it summons someone. I bet you can summon Mario into Dark Souls. I bet that's a thing that you can do.
I wish that was a thing that you could do, but I kind of doubt it.
Wouldn't that be cool? No, he get his ass whooped. Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's a Solaire amiibo.
See? Now we're talking.
Let's see. I bet it's like completely sold out. Yeah, price $189.99.
What are we doing?
Usage. This amiibo will unlock the praise the sun gesture.
Oh my god, no! You could just get it in the game.
That rules.
You get it with it like the first part. You just talk to Solaire at the start. He gives it to you.
I do think, I gotta say, like, the Solaire amiibo looks pretty nice.
Oh my god. I have never bought an amiibo, and I will never own one. I can say that confidently.
I actually have looked at purchasing one before. I tried to find, like, a cute, like, Tom Nook one, or a cute Animal Crossing one for my girlfriend at one point.
Right.
But I could not.
Does she still play Animal Crossing?
No.
You
Not
don't have to
anymore.
answer that.
No, I mean, but this was back when we were still playing it together.
Right.
I did also
Oh.
consider getting the
Guys.
Yoshi's Woolly World amiibo.
What do we
that was
think
like
about the
like
comparison
knit
of
Yoshi?
Funko Pop?
That
That's
also
cute.
was an amiibo.
You just didn't.
I didn't because I figured I would not actually like to play the game,
Yeah.
and I didn't. I also decided I didn't actually want the amiibo.
Yeah. I think Yoshi games are generally pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up? Yeah, they're the same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I feel compelled to defend amiibos, but like
Yeah.
I don't need to.
I think amiibos have more artistic value than Funko Pops do. Because amiibos actually look like the thing.
Right. and
Generally,
amiibos
and
actually have some
sometimes you
kind
do
of
poses.
variety.
Yeah. There's some creativity involved in amiibo, and I don't think that's necessarily the case in Funko Pop.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So I've been playing a game called Darksiders 3.
Oh, that's fun. Is Darksiders the one where you play as the like people?
One of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, but they don't actually have the actual Four Horsemen, right?
No, I mean they couldn't like get the real voices for them.
No, I mean it's like there are like four. There's four people like in. Well, I don't think there actually even are, but there's classically the idea of like death, pestilence, war, and something else.
Fury.
Well, but is that what's in Darksiders, or is that what
Yeah.
the classic? Yeah, I think. Whatever, it doesn't matter. How's Darksiders 3?
Wait. So what are the four horsemen?
Keep talking about Dark Souls or whatever, Darksiders. I'll Google it.
Yeah. Okay. So Darksiders 3. So the first two Darksiders games were sort of like compared to Legend of Zelda.
Sounds like it sucks.
Were like, from what I remember, and it's been a long time. Basically, you're just like going around solving puzzles and clearing dungeons and stuff.
Right.
Darksiders 3 is not that. It's sort of like this weird mix between like Devil May Cry 5 and Dark Souls.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it has like, I don't know if it, well, we'll get into it. So it has moves that you like combo into stuff, but all the combos are incredibly easy and straightforward. It's usually just hitting the same button over and over. So it's like the combo system isn't that deep. But you're still doing like the crowd control stuff that you would do in like a Devil May Cry, where it's like you're trying to keep the weak enemy stun locked while you focus down the stronger guys.
I've never really been able.
We'll get to the conclusion.
I was gonna get there by just saying I've never been able to really be good at Devil May Cry games. Maybe because I can't do that kind of juggling stun lock bullshit. Side note,
you can do
also,
it in Darksiders 3. It's easy.
Classically they are death, famine, war, and conquest. So I don't think furries are a part of that.
Yeah, they add the furries to Darksiders 3 then in place of conquest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like you're going through these mostly linear levels. I mean, they do like the Dark Souls thing where it's like you open the door and now there's a shortcut. And they have like their own system of bonfires and healing. We're
gonna get a lot of angry emails from fans that are like, Dark Souls didn't invent doors, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a good reference point. We all know what that means.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
It's fucking weird. Because it's like, you have like these mechanics that are like straight up ripped from these two games, like clearly, and it's like two different directions. So I tried playing it on the hardest difficulty, and it actually like plays more like a Dark Souls game on that, and then I lowered it to like normal, and it plays more like a Devil May Cry game. So it's almost it's really strange.
I mean, I like strange. Is
I'm
it like
liking
good,
it.
interesting strange, or is it like bad strange?
It's strange in the way that like it doesn't necessarily feel thought out.
That sounds
all
bad.
the way. I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun.
What console are you
playing it? PC.
Okay. Is it on like
With an Xbox
Games
controller.
Pass or something?
Nah, I bought it on Steam during the summer sale for like $10.
Ooh, nice. Apparently, I just saw it is coming to Switch in September.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like interesting in the way that like Death Stranding is, where it's like weird and sort of bad. I think
Sorry,
it's closer.
You were breaking up a bit. Did you say weird and sort of good?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's it's very much like a AA game, and you can see that, and it's I'd be curious to see like how it would go if they went completely in one direction or the other. But it's sort of this like strange middle ground, and it doesn't always work.
Yeah, the Wikipedia says it borrows gameplay from Metroidvania and Souls games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so like you also get like different weapons, and they allow you to access different areas and backtrack, which I'm never going to do unless I have to, so I'm not really, I guess, interested in that part.
So Darksiders 3 compared to Fury, which one are you recommending?
Fury is a much better game, but Darksiders 3, it's the first 2 hours are terrible, but it gets better. It's a decent game.
The game, like the title just seems really weak.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also like a story too, I guess.
Right, it's like it's like the world is ending, but it's like not.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, there's an apocalypse and the
So,
seven deadly
frankly,
sins got out. So you're just going
Jurassic
around, like,
Park
killing them and
Trespasser
harvesting
is
their
a
souls.
weird game made by horny people.
Which is
the
pretty
way you
cool,
can tell is
actually.
that
Like, the
if you
boss
look
fights
down,
are the best part.
The heads up
display
I just
is
beat
on
the
music?
boss.
Like your
Huh?
player's
Does it use
boobs.
like a bunch of metal like music?
No,
woman.
no, there's not. It's the music
And,
is pretty unremarkable, actually.
That
which
game is pretty cool
disappointing.
though, like from a technical
I would've liked a
standpoint.
more
Like
metallic
it's like a
soundtrack.
very beautiful game if you
But I
had the
just
hardware
beat the
back then
boss
to
that
run
was
it.
like pretty much a cut
And
and
today
paste
it's still a
of
beautiful game.
Ornstein and Smo
Nice.
from Dark Souls, which was like even so there was like the guy, so like Smo does like his he drags around behind him and he's like dashing at you and he hits you with it.
Yes, Daikatana
Exact
it was
same move
indeed
from the
because
other
it was
guy in this
terrible.
game. It's very
But the
good.
game,
just got
I mean,
to
it's
Unseen Small
terrible's
on,
kind of harsh.
Switch.
I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
terrible, but it was like
Yeah, it's fucking.
it,
it's a
it,
fucking
it was
weird
rough
game.
around the edges.
Yeah,
like it.
And
what was
I
anything
would
you
say
wanna
that
about
the marketing
Jurassic
campaign for
Park
the game wasn't
Trespassers
nearly as
before we,
offensive
wrap up?
as Daikatana's.
Please, I love that game.
Yes. That's a very huge stretch, but yes.
I mean, I know it was supposed to be very innovative. It was supposed to be kind of like a Daikatana in that sense, right? Where it just kind of was a failure. Yeah.
It's sort of like the precursor to Half-Life 2, right? In the way it uses like physics for puzzles.
Me too.
No, it's like I remember watching a Let's Play of Trespasser way back in the day. And the guy was like, "Yeah, like there's like these physics puzzles." And I was like, "Oh shit, it's like Half-Life 2."
Oh, dude, Half-Life 2 sucks so much.
All right, so
That's
let's
a
get
good
into
idea.
listener mail before we all start saying things we don't want to.
Also, just before we get into listener mail, the last
Wait,
Videogame
people
podcast
listen?
Twitter is going to be retweeting or adding a dev of Snake Pass, and I'm hopeful that you guys can help signal boost that so that we can get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know how sincere you're being about that.
100% sincere. I'll DM you the details later, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean I played Snake Pass for like 10 minutes and kind of didn't
The
like
video
it.
game pod,
So,
video game,
yeah.
whatever we're called, are huge fans of Snake Pass, and we would love to have anyone involved with us on. So honestly, I found a level designer from it that seems to be less clouded on Twitter than the actual level, the actual like
The dev.
producer. So I figure we'll get the level designer on, and use him as leverage to get Seb Lease on. I think that's his name.
Why do you think they would want to go on our podcast that gets maximum 20 listeners?
Why wouldn't they? Just talk about the.
I mean,
cool
they
game
just
that
listen to one episode and they'd like be. There's no way.
This maybe not with that attitude, buddy.
There's no way.
What else are they gonna do?
A sponge.
I don't make video games.
That's a whole bunch of nonsense. You just point the computer and shoot.
That's true.
Listener mail. No, it's a
Listener
sponge.
mail.
It's a sponge.
Oh,
Because it
there's one
soaks up
piece
the
of
water. It
listener mail
sucks it
this
up.
week.
It's gone.
So.
Okay, well, no.
make
But then they
sure
like ring
if
out the
when
sponge, dude.
If you have ideas, send them into lastvideogamepodcast.
It does. Okay, well, it's the implication.
Boy,
dude.
howdy,
It's the implication farm
do
stink.
we rely on that to provide.
Okay, that's not fucking
Anyway.
possible. It's not possible.
This week's
Nothing
piece of
exists.
listener mail
How?
comes in from the Riddler.
Helium?
They say
It would
congratulations
just
on
rise up
solving
the
my
surface
previous
and
riddle,
escape
which
the water.
if you recall, I did single-handedly. Here is another. A barrel of water weighed 60 pounds. Someone put something in it, and now it weighs 40 pounds. What did the person add? I don't think that's because you'd have to remove the sponge afterwards. And they didn't explicitly say. How is it a sponge? Yeah,
Well,
but the water's
obviously-
still in the barrel.
They didn't add anything. They subtracted.
That makes no sense, dude.
So they take the sponge out and they ring it.
I actually think
maybe
it could
they
be
That's not what
like.
it says.
negative number.
Nah, I'm sorry, Streamo.
I don't think so. Because it says they put something in and now it weighs 40.
So do you?
I think it is possible. What if it was like a bunch of helium? Because weight...
It could
Yeah.
be
It's
an
like a
interesting
different.
idea.
It could just be like a actual chemical
Right,
but
reaction.
you close
Like,
it.
maybe they just like put like a
Well,
block of
let me
like chloride
explain. Let me explain.
or sodium.
Okay.
Sodium. I don't.
'Cause
Sodium's the one
A,
that
we
explodes.
don't know how big the barrel is.
Yeah, dude.
So, if you sealed it and you started pumping in helium, it would weigh less. It would have a higher mass, of course, we all know that, but weight is based on not that. Weight is how
Yes.
much it's pushing down on something. So, its weight would actually go down if you added helium because it would pull away from the Earth. So it's helium.
So I think I had a similar thought. I was thinking it would be you add air, and then that'll get
No.
some water out of there, and it'll become lighter.
Yeah, you could do you could do that. Have it overflow the side. I thought about that. Like you add like a 40. Well, yeah, you could do that.
Right.
You pressurize it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah. You
That makes no
throw,
sense.
and like explodes out the side. Yeah.
Throw something really
Okay.
hot in there, like a nuclear reactor or something. That'll
Yeah.
just kind of steam all the water out.
A whole pie of pizza.
Do you guys think like the specific like 60 and 40 pounds like matters for this riddle?
Oh, that's it. So you don't have the answer in front of you.
No.
Okay,
they
well,
didn't provide the
theoretically, if there's
answer.
a hole,
Yeah,
then it would
or you
reduce
just wait
itself
till
to
next
0
week.
pounds because the water would just like it would all leak.
We'll never record the next episode. Yeah.
Well, I assume it's just the bottom.
Cruel.
I mean, we could just like Google it, right?
That'd be
I'm sure
unprofessional to be distracted during the podcast.
Or yeah, I guess if you're
I'm
doing it
Googling.
like, by the side, you're just doing it high up.
All right. Well, I'll also use
Oh.
this time to say that you guys should play No More
Yeah.
Heroes 3, which is releasing August 28th on the Nintendo Switch.
Do you guys want to know the answer?
Yes.
Because we got, I mean, we were close. It's a hole. You put a hole in it,
That's a dumb answer.
and then it goes.
A hole what?
I mean, you put a hole. A hole.
what?
Like
Like, why not half?
no. So you just like cut off. You cut off a hole that
Mm-hmm.
weighs 40 pounds from the or 20 pounds from the barrel, and
And then do you see what you saw and take the saw and you cut a hole in the barrel?
Nope.
yeah. Well, it depends on where you put the hole. You'd have to measure it.
So the answer is
No.
a negative number?
No.
Well, I guess it could be the bottom, and then you'd have to flip it once it got rid of 20 pounds of water, and then you could do it that way.
Yeah, I think the idea is that
Yeah.
you just really precisely place the hole so that it only gets rid of 20 pounds of water.
Yeah, which I mean is well, you have to like know how much
I
the
kind
barrel
of
weighs. and
always
then from
figured
you
that
can
Biden
figure
was
out,
a
like,
rager.
proportionately, you could measure how deep the water goes, and based on that, you could figure out like proportionally how much you can let go.
I mean, I think I can do it. It sounds pretty easy, but I know you guys would probably struggle with it.
Yeah. Well, you have to empty the barrel first. You can.
Bye.
That's just fantastic content.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to say anything?
No. I guess Bloodborne sucks. Dark Souls is better. That's all.
Do you guys want to talk about Afghanistan?
I mean, look, I've played a lot of Call of Duty, so I can sympathize. Like, it's hard there.
Mhm.
Maybe they just couldn't get to 25 kills to get a nuke, and so they just decided to cut and run. Like, have I raged off of Xbox Live? Yes. Can I fault the U.S. government for rage quitting out of Afghanistan? No.
Well, that's been the last video game podcast for this week. We'll be back at some point, and if we're not, it's because climate change killed us all. Bye.